Hi, welcome back to Simply Saffron. Today I'm going to show you a very decadent dessert, the blueberry lemon cheesecake. And for the cheesecake, the first thing you need to do is turn the oven on at 350 Fahrenheit. That is at the temperature that we are going to bake the crust. So to make the crust, we need about 1.5 cup of graham crackers. You can do it in a food processor too, but I'm doing it with just a normal rolling pin. And you need about 2 tablespoons of fine sugar and about 1/3 cup of melted butter. So the first thing we do is crush the graham crackers. So I'm done with the graham cracker crust, so I'm going to take it out. Add in a bowl. Add the sugar and add the butter. Now we are going to mix them together. Now we have mixed the butter, the sugar and the graham cracker powder, and I've already greased the 9-inch springform pan, and I'm going to put this in here, dump it here and we're going to press the bottom of the cheesecake pan with the spatula. So I'm done with the crust. You can see I have pressed it along the bottom of the springform pan, and now this will go in the 350 oven for about 10 minutes, and then we'll take it out and let it cool. And in the meantime, I'm going to show you how to do the filling. Now we are going to start with the filling. So we have 4 blocks of cream cheese, that is about like 32 ounces of cream cheese in there, softened. They should be at room temperature. Everything in the cheesecake should be at room temperature. So we are going to add about 1/3 cup of sugar in this. And I'm going to turn it on and beat it till everything is incorporated. Next, we are going to add 4 room temperature eggs. We can add one at a time, but we are going to whisk it a little bit. Just whisk it lightly, because you don't want to put any air in it, because the more air you put, there is a chance of breaking, like cracking. So we'll whisk it lightly so that everything is mixed up. Then we'll add a little bit at a time and run the mixer and blend it all together. And then we'll add 2/3 cup of sour cream. Everything should be in room temperature. And to that we'll add 1/4 teaspoonful of salt and give it a whisk at a very low speed, just to blend everything together. So the cheesecake filling is done, and we are going to take some blueberries and going to make a paste out of it, because we are going to separate into 2 layers. We want to make 2 layers, one of blueberry and one of the lemon flavor. Our filling is done. So we are going to take it out, and we are going to divide it into 2 portions. The first half will have lemon rind in it and lemon juice in it. This is about like 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and the other half we are going to add the vanilla and the blueberry puree to give it the color. We are going to add the vanilla in there and the blueberry puree. We'll add a little bit at a time. So I have added the blueberry puree, the whole thing, and still I was not getting the color that I wanted, so I add a little bit of violet color in it to give the deep, you know, the blue purple color of the blueberry. In the other half of the filling, we are going to add the lemon juice and the lemon rind, and we're going to mix it. Now, before we proceed with the next step, you have to put your oven at 325 Fahrenheit. Now we are going to use put the crust in the water bath, because otherwise it might crack, so that's why we want a smooth top. So, but you know, these springform pans are notorious for leaking, so that's why we are going to take the foil, aluminium foil, and wrap it around the pan so that it forms a shield. So we have wrapped the springform pan with the foil. Slowly we are going to put the blueberry batter, like the filling cheesecake, in there. Next, we'll add slowly the lemon filling, and we have to be very careful so that it doesn't mix with the blueberry filling beneath. And then we'll smooth it out with the spatula and make sure all the corners are covered. And after that, we'll just give it a few taps. So I put the lemon filling in there and give it a little bit of tap to take the air bubbles out. I put in a bigger pan. You can use any roasting pan, and we are going to put boiling water in it. It should cover about 2 inches from the bottom, and then we are going to bake it at 325 Fahrenheit for 1 to 1.5 hours. So you have to keep an eye to see whether it's cooked or not. When it will be cooked, along the sides you can see it has turned fluffy, and the middle portion is jiggly. So my cheesecake is baking in 325 Fahrenheit, and it's going to bake for 1.5 hours. So from 1 hour 15 minutes you have to keep an eye on it. So, and once it is, you will know when the side of the cheesecake is little fluffed up and the middle one is still jiggly. That's fine. That's the stage when you need to turn off your oven. And the trick is how to cool the cheesecake. So you don't want to take it out immediately outside, because that might let the top crack. A sudden temperature difference doesn't do good with cheesecake. So what I do is crack open the oven door after it has been cooked and let it cool there in about 1 hour. Then you take it out and let it come to room temperature, and after that you're going to put it in the fridge to set for around 4 hours or maybe overnight, and I'll let you know what to do after that. My cheesecake has been cooling in the fridge, so we are going to work on the blueberry gelee that we are going to make to put it on the top of the cheesecake. So for that we need about 6 to 8 ounces of fresh blueberries, and we are going to add about 1.5 tablespoons of sugar and about 2 teaspoonfuls of lemon juice, some lemon zest. So we are going to add all these things and put it in the heat and cook it till it becomes syrupy and mushy and a little bit thick. And on the process we are going to mash it so that everything blends in, and we are also going to add about 1 teaspoonful of salt to it so it can cut the sweetness. And towards the end, when it is almost done, before that you're going to bloom about half a teaspoonful of gelatin in 1 tablespoonful of water, and then you're going to mix it to the blueberry mixture. Just give it a stir and then take it out from the heat and let it cool till it reaches the room temperature, and then we'll show what we have to do next. So we have cooked the blueberries. You can see it's thickened a little bit. It's still syrupy. So I'm going to strain it because you want to leave the skin of the blueberries in this cup, and then we'll let it cool, and then we're going to spread it on top of the cake. This is how it looks. I have taken out my cheesecake from the fridge. You can see there are no cracks. It has cooked properly. There are a few burn signs here, a little bit of caramelization of the sugar, but that's okay because we are going to top it off with the blueberry gelée. And okay, and this is how the blueberry gelée looks after I have strained and it's cool enough. So I'm going to spread it on top of it, and then we are going to put it in the fridge for 2 hours to set. So let's do it. We're going to spread it with the help of the spatula. I have spread the blueberry gelée on top of the cheesecake. Just give a little tap so that if there is any air bubble, it might come out. So that's how it looks, and we are going to put this in the fridge for 2 hours, and so that the gelée just sets, and then we are going to show you how to decorate it. I have taken out the cheesecake from the fridge, and you can see the gelée has set beautifully, and now we are going to decorate it with few stuffs. So I have some sugar coated blueberries, some mint, and some whipped cream which has a little light purplish color added to it. So you can do your way, but I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to take the whipped cream and I'll just make so I have put the mint leaves. This is how it looks, and now we are going to do the cutting and take a piece out. Here. So I have cut a piece of the cheesecake, and this is how it looks. You can see the 2 layers in here, actually 3 layers. The blueberry, the lemon, and the gelée, and I put 2 dollops of whipped cream, and I put 2 sugared blueberries on top. Going to add 2 mint leaf in there, just like that. And you have some lemon rind on top of it, and it's perfect. Hope you like this lemon blueberry cheesecake. In this summer you're going to make it, and you will love it. See you next week, but before that, don't forget to subscribe and like my YouTube channel, Simply Saffron. Bye, see you then.